Okay, quick public service announcement from TF Voodoo. Don't let the influencers influence you on certain things. So those that follow me know that I've been giving up my life to the algorithm this year. I decided I was just going to let my AI overlords take over, and when I want something, I just speak it into existence, and I let the algorithm bring it to me. And somehow the bad part about that is that once it gets into your algorithm, it doesn't leave. And this thing ended up in my algorithm. This is the Proster outdoor compass, and it's been being touted by a bunch of non-influential influencers. People know absolutely nothing, and it showed up in my feed, and I happen to know a thing or two about land nav, so I thought I'd check it out. Let me just start by saying this thing is a piece of junk. Do not buy this thing. There are way better options out there. It is designed to mimic the Kamenga, the venerable Kamenga military lensatic compass. And don't confuse the authentic Kamenga with the tritium in it. You can note by here with the also an authentic Kamenga, the M27, that does not have the tritium. So this one only uses augmented phosphorescence. This one has tritium in it, so it has it can illuminate at night, which is what you need when you're doing land navigation. So functionally, they look about the same. They've got the hinged lid, they've got the straight edge on the side, they've got they have the rotating bezel on the compass, and some other features. And I'm doing videos soon to be released on our YouTube channel to break down exactly how to use this thing. So this Proster Chinesium is designed to mimic that. So it does a horrible job of that. So one of the things that the influencers will tell you is how cool this device is. Here, this is called an inclinometer, and it measures incline or gradient or the height of objects. And I will tell you that in my 30 years of navigating, I've never once ever used a function like that during land navigation. So I don't know why it's there. You certainly, I suppose you could do it. To be clear, I have measured the height of objects at the edge of a drop zone or a PZ or an LZ or something like that. But I have never used a device like this to do that. You would certainly never use it enough that it would block the entire face of the compass, which is the purpose that you have this thing, is to read the compass. You'd have to flip this thing open every time. It'd be a complete pain in the ass. And it's already, you can see it's already bending and distorted and misshapen, and it's about ready to break off. So if I were to purchase this thing, I would just I'd break it off and get rid of it. You don't need it. What's bad about this compass? It's heavy. The lensatic is heavy as well, certainly as compared to like a Silva 123, which is an excellent compass. Cost you about $10. This is heavy. It feels like it weighs about a pound. I don't know what it weighs, but it's not a pound. This thing feels like it weighs about as much as a rucksack. So just look at the size. It's huge, and it's heavy. It's got this piece of junk on it. It does not have self-illumination. I took pictures of this compass and all my other compasses, and you can see the difference, that this thing barely illuminates at all, certainly not as good as the other ones. So it's essentially useless at night. I'm not certain why you'd even have it. And the other thing that annoys me about this thing is this thumb loop. So for those who don't know, this part of the compass is the thumb loop. It's used to put your thumb in, so you can index the compass when you do center hold method, and you can always have it in the same position. It just makes it easier to index it. And that's what that thumb loop is for. And then this has an approximation of the thumb loop, but you can't get your thumb in it. It's too small to fit your thumb in there. So it's like, I guess you could, if you're an Air Force guy, you could put something else in there, but my thumb doesn't even fit in there. So, it's a useless piece of equipment. Don't be influenced by the $20 for it. Go down to Lone Wolf Tactical. So I have a bevy of compasses here, good and bad, and otherwise. And I use Lone Wolf Tactical as my supplier. They're on, if you're in Fayetteville, they're on Yadkin Road. Check them out on Instagram. They're lone_wolf_tactical_NC. They'll set you straight there. They will often have brand new compasses in there with the correct nomenclature on them, and they will often have others that are not as good, but they will charge you appropriately. And they'll sit down with you and they'll tell you, hey, this is what to look for, this is what not to get, and they'll charge you appropriately. So don't be influenced by this piece of junk. Get you a legitimate Kamenga with a tritium, and be, prep like a pro. That's what I tell you. So don't be influenced.